Now this is real important, y'all. Your pin and your drill bit have to be the same size. Okay, they need to be a match set. Keep that in mind when you're drilling the holes. Okay, I'm going to drill the small hole first. Normally you just take the drill press and go down onto through the wood, but I decided I get better control just on this project by lifting the wood through the drill press as opposed to the other way around. Okay, we're going to do the bigger holes. Okay, we're going to put the last 3 holes through here. Now a lot of guys might not want this many pins through their knife. I don't know why I want them. I just decided I'm going to put them in there. Something else to look at, I guess. One more. Come on, baby, come on. That mesquite is extremely tough. Now you can see if you're off just a hair from one hole to the next, you're not going to get your pins through. Okay, now what I've done is made the perfect sandwich. See that? But what I'm going to do is come drill through this side, through the blade, and out through the other side of the handle. That should give me a perfectly matched set. Okay, let's do it. No going back now. And don't drill through your fingers. Okay, we're going to do the bigger holes now. Okay, after drilling those holes, take your rods, and you can cut some of them to length, but you want to make sure you can get those rods through the blade and both handles. As you can tell, I've been testing mine out, and everything's lining up just fine. So, after this point, I'm going to put glue on it, put the pins in, and then you have to let it set, which I will show you. But that's important. You got to make sure everything lines up, otherwise you got to go back to the drill press and drill it out, maybe waller out the holes just a hair. Okay, y'all, at this point I have to cut these pins. So I'm going to cut the pins to the right length, each one of these, to go through here. Now the deal is, at this point I can change my mind. I can switch this over and use the different sided grain of the wood. But if you look right there, I'm going to go with the yellow. So when I sand this down, I'm hoping that that brown, if you see that brown, as I sand down this surface, that brown is going to make a line right down the center of the blade. As opposed to having the big wide blade and a little yellow, I want a lot of yellow and a little brown. And I'm hoping it's going to come out looking really good. See there? And I'll probably extend that brown will probably extend right to the end. As you can see it right there, see? And it's just the grain of the wood. You just got to kind of guesstimate and see what you want to do. Okay, time to connect the handles to the blade. What you're going to need is some 2-part epoxy, some 2-ton epoxy. Now just follow the directions. You just mix it a 50-50 mix, smear it on the blade, smear it on the handles, and squeeze it together, shove the pins through it. Pretty simple. Just guesstimate the hell out of it. It'll be alright. You gotta mix it. Put the epoxy on the wood, on the blade, and the wood. Get it all down in those holes. You want this stuff everywhere. It's gonna be messy, but don't worry about it. The more the better. You sand off the excess. Okay, y'all, that is sandwiched. The blade is sandwiched. Now I just gotta find the holes and line them up and get them to go through the blade and the wood. There we go. Look at that. And you put all your pins in. Which may or may not be real easy. Okay guys, what you do, I got all the pins through. Take some clamps and clamp the handle down to the metal. Don't clamp onto the pins, just right next to the pins. You see? Now set this up, and 24 hours later the epoxy will bond the metal to the handle, and then you shape the handle.